What's up, my YouTube family? It is Curtis Wayne for Shaymarsh Beat Club, back with some more Monday music business talk. Today we're going to be touching on part 2 of the producer royalties. Today we're going to be talking about who hires the producer. All right. Once again, this information is coming from Donald S. Passman's book, All You Need to Know About the Music Business, 8th edition. They pretty much have all the same information. The only thing that's updated basically is he updates the information to what's going on in the current day and current time with the music industry, which is basically streams. That's where the money comes from nowadays. No longer CDs, no longer vinyl. You know, you can still purchase that stuff, but that stuff doesn't make the record companies any money. All right, so who hires the producer? All right, so back in the day, or at one point in time, and I'm sure it still happens now, just not as much as it used to, the record companies would hire the producers. So you would get a production deal, right? If you were a producer, you were a hot producer, you know, like your Timbalands, your Pharrells, Neptunes, you know, Pharrell and Chad, you know, your Swiss Beats, your Just Blaze, so on and so forth, right? A lot of those guys would get producer deals with record companies. You know, the record company would sign them and have them work with their artist. You know, that's why a lot of those producers would be on so many different artist albums, right? And they would get paid the big money. Nowadays, who hires the producer? It's the artist. Or if you're into making music for TV shows, video games, social media, like your content creators, YouTube, so on and so forth, it's usually what you call a music library. You know, you can get a contract with a music library where they'll put your music in their library and they push it out to what is called music supervisors. And the music supervisors then choose the music that they want for whatever show that they may be working on. So if a music supervisor is working on a show, let's say on HBO, they have a new show coming out, and that's this particular music supervisor is looking for a certain type of music for this show. Let's just say that type of music is hip hop, but it's very specific, you know. I want hip hop that sounds like, you know, DaBaby, or hip hop that sounds like, you know, Rick Ross, so on and so forth. And then what they do is they send that music supervisor songs that's similar to those artists' music. And then if your song is chosen, it goes on and it makes it into that show. And then they pay you what is called a sync fee up front. They pay you a sync fee. That sync fee can vary. It can be $50 all the way up to $30,000. You know, especially if it's a big commercial, like a Nike commercial. A lot of times those will pay pretty well. They pay a nice upfront sync fee, and then you also get your back end royalties as the writer of that music. So those are the people that hire producers. You know, nowadays, like I said, it's not so much trying to get a production deal with a record company, but it's, hey, you as a producer have to get out there and shake and move and create a business, create a following, reach out to artists. Like I told you guys in one of my previous videos, I reached out to a young artist and I sent him a track and he did a song to it. Whether or not if he used that track for his next project, that's up to him. You know, he didn't pay me for the track up front. I didn't want any upfront money. All I want is just the recognition that I produced the track and then my royalties, if the track does anything, if it makes any money. So, you know, that's how you kind of build your resume. You have to get out there and grind and find certain avenues. You know, some people may just only want to produce for artists. Then find artists and produce for them. You know, send them beats. Hey, man, here's 10 tracks. You know, see if you like any. If they choose one or two, let them go ahead and record a song to it. Say, put it on the album. Just give me my recognition. Produced by so-and-so. And then on the back end, man, we'll work out production. We'll work out our royalties. And then also have an agreement, as I stated in part 1 of this series, you know, have that agreement. Hey, if this song takes off and it goes to a certain level, then this is what I want. You know, always have your business in line. Always, always, always. This is going to be a short video, man. Not a long one. This is part 2. Once again, this is who hires the producer. It used to be record companies. Some record companies will still sign producers, But nowadays, everything is just changing, man. The world itself is changing, all right? So, man, make sure you stay tuned for part 3 of this. Like I said, we still got to get into mixer/audio engineer royalties and how that works as far as the music industry goes. And we just going to keep coming with these videos, all right? So until the next one, it is Curtis Wayne for Shay Mosh Beat Club.